All right, guys, so here is the setup for the Xbox. Ready for this? So we're using an XLR USB style mic. We're running an XLR. We run that into the FIFINE Mixer. Now this thing has sound pads on it.
Boom shakalaka!
It has RGB lights on it. It has several other things on it. I'm gonna go over here in a minute, but I'm running that directly to the Xbox. And I have just a single cable running out of the back of it and to the controller right here. And it will work on third-party controllers. And I am live on Twitch on the Xbox right now. So you get to see this all live and know that it actually works on the Xbox with no issues. You know what I say to that?
Boom shakalaka!
Let's get into the video. Okay guys, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a basic overview of the board itself. I'm not going to give you a full review just because it's been out for a while. So many people out there has done it. Actually, a good buddy of mine, Brandon Darkened Cyrus, he has a YouTube channel. I'm going to make sure I link him below. He does a perfect review of this. Actually, I bought this because of his review.
Oh my God, Becky, look at her butt. Ah, my anaconda don't because she got buns, hon.
What am I doing with my life?
So make sure you go down there, check him out if you want to see a full breakdown review, and then let him know I sent you. But with all that being said, I am going to do a quick overview of the board just so you know how to use it while you're streaming or just playing on the Xbox trying to troll people. So the very first button on here is for phantom power. Unless you have a mic that takes phantom power, do not use this. Make sure you look it up before you just turn this on thinking you're going to get more power or something. You can mess up a dynamic mic that does not require phantom power if you do this. So be careful on that one. Turn it off. If your mic works, don't use it. Simple as that. The second button here is for auto tuning. So if I were to turn it on, I could go through some stuff and you can kind of hear my voice changing and stuff. This is for singers and stuff like that, but I'm not going to go through all of them. And then over here, you have your RGB lights. This is literally just for you, however you want your light set up. I like the colors of how they were and stuff, so I have them set up that way. And then this button right here is for voice changer. I mean, change your voice. It's simple as that. You just change it.
Voice, you got male, female.
Like you got baby, and then you
have it older, so you can change it like that. And if you hold it for 2
seconds, it turns it off. And then these are your faders for your lines and stuff. So your mic fader right here, you can kind of play with it, have it set up where you want it and stuff. I probably have it set a little high. Actually, I don't. I'm not peaking. And then you have your line in. This is if you're running something into it for music or something like that, which will be actually running stuff into it for the Xbox for gameplay and all that. Then you have your headphones. This is for your monitoring and stuff like that. And then you have your line out, which is everything going out. Now these buttons down here, these three buttons are for mute, and this is for mic monitoring. This needs to be white when you use this on the Xbox. Just FYI, I want to go ahead and throw that out there now, just in case I forget to tell you. I'll probably tell you 2 more times when I show you the 2 different methods, but make sure this is on when you start. So these are your sound pads right here, and what you can do is literally save sounds to this to get different sounds.
Boom shakalaka!
I have different sounds set up literally for streaming, so I can have fun with it and stuff like that. So everything you just heard was me setting it up. All you have to do is whatever you have a line in coming into, or whatever you're playing through your PC, you can just hold the button while it's white. You record, I think it's 15 seconds. Again, Brandon goes over all that over there on Darkened Cyrus. I'll make sure I link him below. So with all that being said, let me show you how to hook this up on a third-party controller with a wire hooked to it. You know, your buttons, your razors, your PowerAs, your GameSirs, all this style controllers. And I'm also going to show you how to use it on an Elite Series 2 controller or Elite Series controller or an Xbox normal Xbox controller, wired or wireless. Let's go. The very first thing you're going to do when you do this method is turn on mic monitoring on the board itself. If you do not have this on, this method will not work. You will not get no sound coming through, and you'll be pulling your hair out until you finally turn that on. You'll know it's on because the light lights up. You see how it's bright. If it doesn't light up, it doesn't work. So make sure it's on. This right here, the Xbox controller, this is for the OG controllers, the series controllers, anything that is your wireless Xbox controller with you know, the little sleeve right here. Okay, so if you have one of these controllers and this is what you're going to use this for this method, you will need the Turtle Beach adapter. You should not be new to this. If you're from, you know, you've been here before on the channel, use this for how to use a USB mic on the Xbox and stuff like that. So you're going to need to buy one of these. If you don't have one, I will be linking this and everything else you need, including this board below. So make sure you check out the links, help your boy out with a little bit of an affiliate. help you create free content for you guys each and every week. Anyways, so you're going to take it and you're going to plug it in the bottom of your controller as so. Once you get it in the bottom of your controller, make sure it's pressed all the way in, by the way. Don't put a little pressure behind it. It's okay. You're going to need a splitter. The splitter is going to have 3 rings on it. You see the 3 white rings, 1, 2, and 3. And then the other ends are going to be as so. You're going to see them here. You got a headphone jack right here on my left. And then on my right, you have a mic input jack. That's what you want for this one. And from here, you're going to plug this up into the bottom of the controller as so. So you should have something like this, 2 ends sitting there. You're going to grab the mic one, and then you're going to plug in another 3 sleeve. 1, 2, 3. Again, guys, don't worry about it. If you don't know what it is, this link below, check it out. You're going to plug it into the mic port. If I can get it in the hole. From here, you're going to run your other end of your cable, which is a 3 ring, 3 sleeve as well. Now, this is very important. Listen up. If you run a wire to this controller for you to charge it while you play, you must have this. I repeat, you must have this. This is called a ground loop isolator. If you plug up a cable into the top of this controller and then run everything and you don't have this, you're going to get a buzz and feedback and it's going to sound horrible. And you're going to be asking me, Pew, what's going on? And I'm going to be like, check the description. I told you in the video what you needed. Anyways, if you do, we're going to assume you have this. So you're going to plug this into line out. Right here, line out. And then from here, you're going to take the cable that you just used. You're going to plug it into that. Boom. And from there, you're done with that. So and you have the other thing you have is your headphone jack here. So two things. One thing is you can plug up your wired headset into this. If you have a wired headset, if it has a mic, it doesn't matter. It will still work. Just mute it, flip it up, do whatever you need to do. It will still work. Second thing is, if you don't want to use a wired headset, you don't have to. Just leave that hanging like it is. I don't know if I suggest cutting it off or not. I wouldn't probably suggest doing that. But just put your wireless headset on, turn it on. The Turtle Beach, they work. These are the headsets that I just bought. I'm going to eventually do a review on for the Xbox. I was able to hear everything through it and everything. Only caveat is with this setup, you will need to go in and turn mic monitoring up if you want to hear your own mic monitoring voice. With the wireless headset, you won't be able to hear your voice. So if you're using a wireless headset, you won't have mic monitoring to hear your own voice. If you're using a wired headset, you'll just need to turn it up in the settings or turn it up on the Turtle Beach adapter itself. If you cannot turn it up on the Turtle Beach adapter and you cannot turn it up in the settings when this is plugged up, simply unplug this, plug this cable in by itself. The menu will pop up. It should light up to let you change settings. Go ahead and turn mic monitoring up to where you want it and then plug everything back up. You should be good to go. It's a little bit of a workaround. I figured it out. With a wired controller, a third-party wired controller that you have sitting around that you're going to plug a cable up into, it's not the Xbox. It doesn't have the thing here for the Turtle Beach adapter to hook up into. Guess what? It's super simple. The same exact way everything else was hooked up just a second ago, you're just going to take a cable and plug it in the bottom of it, the splitter. The splitter we just talked about, same cables, same everything. You must have the ground loop isolator for this method because you are running a wired controller, because you're running a third-party wired controller. So you must have this to make this work. But you would just plug this up into the bottom of your controller with the cable and everything, and you're good to go. Same exact thing. You can hook up your headset to this port here or run a wireless headset. Both methods do work. And again, the same thing with the mic monitoring. You just need to make sure you plug in a headset if you want to hear yourself talking to the mic. If you don't care about that, like I don't, I would just run a wireless headset and you're good to go.